Big face camera time for this intro. I've not done one of these in a while, but it's necessary because if you've not watched the most important episode of the series, yesterday's, and you have no idea whether or not we won the Premier League, probably best you go back and check that out. Everyone else, I'll see you after the intro. So of course it's FA Cup time for us here. In this particular episode, I am just going to click through. I'm actually going to do the entire week live just because anything interesting might happen in the meantime. Also bear in mind I do have to decide my 23-man England squad, which remind me never to take an international job because it completely took the wind out of my sails when I had to deal with that last time. Editing yesterday's episode, I think I managed to keep the momentum going just about in that final game. Remind me never to take an international job in one of these kind of saves. If it's not necessary, never doing this again. Record high, of course. I'm actually just sort of speaking personally. I think yesterday's episode might have been the best ever. Just between how I felt I did, how I felt the sound sounded. Of course he's Footballer of the Year, for crying out loud. 29 appearances in the league, 12 goals. Players Player of the Year, Young Player winner. Shaunan's 20. Oh, sorry, I thought that was the distance he hit it from. Shaunan's goal against Norwich, understandably, in the top 3 goals of the year. Manager of the Year, Giles is happy with that. Team of the season, Shaunan, Azata and Courage. I did say yesterday I'm contemplating... I'm not going to actively get rid of him. I feel like if someone comes in with a sensible offer, I might go, yeah, right, sorry, and Silver, make it. They sort of cheated a little bit by putting Dookie on the right wing, I guess. Cyprian Mallet, a left-back's got in Team of the Season for Norwich. Give him a scout. Not that we need a left-back. Sorry, got Team of the Year. That's a big bonus. Of course, this piece of news might change in a week's time. York do the double. We are on course for a domestic treble. Europe slightly out of things. They weren't considerable odds. It's a bit rude. They were 5-1. That confused me for a second there. I thought I was being warned to look out for myself. In fairness, I am usually my own worst enemy, so he's not far off. Don't know what's going on with this. You saw my last match with Lampard. I did not say anything about him then. And at least Frank is, well, being frank about it. Actually, good question. Did we actually play a single Premier League side in this run? I'll double check in a minute. This might have been the easiest run to the final in Football Manager history. Kind of forgot about the first opponent being Tottenham. The one time we did actually beat them. Also, West Brom did survive. So yeah, West Brom, but they're lower in Premier League. Weirdly, after seeing Tottenham as a potential way to not have to deal with FA Cup matches this year, we were then granted one of the easiest runs in history. I'm not going to lie, I was very tempted to put Nacelle on the bench for this. Not anymore. Intriguing. James Grimes has just topped the training list after being dropped from the main team. Might be a coincidence, might be actual good game. Scripting, I guess the word would be. I'm confused what's going on with Bradley Saxton. He's good for 75 minutes. Castillo starts regardless. And obviously the way we dismantled Brighton on the final day does lead me to believe I should not change anything at all with the formation. Silva and Medina not available for this one yet. I'm tempted to put one of the youngsters on the bench perhaps. I'm tempted. Not really space for them though, is the issue. Because if you're not playing an attacking midfielder in the first place, I can't really put a backup attacking midfielder on the bench. So we're going to line up exactly how we left things off. Dutra in goal, Castillo, Courage, Azata, Shao, Teko, Vidarson, Ansari, Ramirez and Pulisic and Foreman up front. They are forced into using Tomori at left back, which is something I've actually considered for England purposes, but then sort of decided against it. He's in my 30-man squad, but for England purposes, still pretty much stuck with Saxton and Chilwell for the time being, until perhaps our own Kovalev comes through. Weirdly, actually, whilst I was deciding that England squad, the right back, with Trent being out, actually the easiest thing to fix because we still have Reece James and Max Aarons. So that didn't actually take that long at all. And the 30-man squad includes the third option. So right back, absolutely fine. Losing Trent's a blow, but we've got the personnel. It was the midfield, honestly, that gave me the biggest trouble. Actually, attacking midfielders is the biggest trouble for England. Because Billy Clark is a winger on the left-hand side, and I don't play that at all. So finding inside forwards, natural ones, weirdly problematic. I mean, I'm talking England right now because there's nothing going on in this FA Cup final. They're playing positive. We'll do the same thing we did against Brighton. We'll pop it back a smidge. Shower's been booked again. He's had 23 yellow cards. He's not even instructed to tackle harder. I don't know what he does to get yellow cards. Maybe the referee's all just racist. Watson, well, we were warned about him. I mean, I didn't need to be warned about him. He's in my England squad. He's the best English player. He's the first name on the team sheet for England. Crying out loud. I love the fact they thought I needed a warning about that, by the way. I'm England manager, you imbecile. Bezzata, Watson, easy as you like. In a weird way, I'm actually kind of happy to let Chelsea win this. Not let Chelsea win this, but I'm not sad if Chelsea win it because it might mean Frank keeps his job if he gets back into the Europa League via this. I mean, I'm going to be aggressive with them at half-time, of course, because that was pathetic. Okay, maybe Teka wasn't the wonder stroke. I have no idea what happened against Brighton now. Like, possession-wise, we're still not having it. I'm just going to tell my team to slow it down a bit. Has been a theme, particularly towards the end of the season, where you get massively out-possessed for some reason. And I haven't quite pinpointed the answer to that. Azarta's on a 6.3, which is largely to do with the problem. Shows some passion. Well, we're getting a highlight. By the way, I've not dressed up for this. I've not put it on 3D highlights. It's the second one, so sorry. Not quite. I love the fact he ran back as if he was preparing for a counter-attack there. Oh well, it's 2. If he's onside? Yes, he is. I just had no idea because there was a different warning in the way. It's a great free kick. We've actually trained this recently. No one was listening, clearly. Kind of weird because we beat them on our patch. We drew with them at theirs, and then on a neutral ground, we're losing. Ramirez is shattered for some reason. Seri's on a 6.4. Get both of them off. I mean, attacking for the injury time, they've got another free kick. It might be 3-0. Not quite. Not quite. This might actually be one of the worst performances we've given all year. Well, we've been dispossessed there. Courage, not really doing himself any favours, although he has actually made up for that mistake quite well there. Gotta give him that one. Grimes, Madeira. By the way, if anyone's got any answers to solve the fouling problem, let me know. Because pretty much everyone I know saying the same thing. Pretty much everyone I watch has got the same problem of everyone being booked in every bloody match. It was a woeful performance, and I do actually get to do my announcement after the match, thankfully. Barnsley overachievers in this one as well, of course. Of course. Man United sniffing around Watson as if they need any more frigging strikers. Like, we loaned their third one. They don't need any more good strikers. They've got 2 world-class ones. And Foreman. So the England squad has been decided. I'm just going to let you know now that's not going to be on the channel for just a little bit. This will be the last episode of this week. I'm not going to rush the World Cup and put an episode up on Friday. Also on Friday, my setup is moving. I'm moving everything into a different room, a bigger, brighter room. That isn't so much of an echo chamber like this one. I think that's part of the problems I'm having at the moment. Like, I put it on Twitter for yesterday's episode. I think yesterday was the best sounding episode. I've been constantly trying to improve the quality in every aspect. And I've tried everything, honestly, except moving. So I think I'm going to move my entire setup in, and I'm just going to dedicate Friday to doing that. So there's not going to be an episode on Friday. And then I'll play the World Cup across the weekend and upload it probably on Monday in 1 or 2 parts, depending on how it goes, of course. So that's the situation there. I didn't include Brendan Rodgers' Wolverhampton player. He was close, but not there. Don't get me wrong. He's very good. I just don't like the incredible lack of ball playing ability. I've never really seen such a Premier League defender, like old school, just no nonsense defender like that. Silva has made his way into the York Best 11. Of course, that's what this episode's all about. The cell's still there. Love to see it. I wonder how Seri's on the bench. I wonder how long it's going to take for Seri to make an impact into this. It's just Silva at this stage. He's the only one that's been added in. Obviously, players like Dutra, Saxton, Shaw, Courage, Madeira, and Grimes solidifying their places, along with Ivan Seri, of course. But no new ones other than Silva, and he's on the bench. Might take a little while to actually to shift Lopez. He was here for a good 155 games, 76 goals at Badalona. There's a pun there. And Silva at this stage has only played 71 games actually. Same 3 players still retired. Not really seeing any major moves other than Victor Schotz at Bayer Leverkusen. Of course, he was on loan here for 2 years. Is he permanently there? Yeah, he's contracted to them. 50%. Actually, that's a narrower vote than I was expecting. 50% of the vote for Emre Azarta, 30% of the vote for Ivan Seri, and 13% for Shaw, who doesn't make team of the season. What? Why is Nyambi in there? He played 6 times. Oh, by the way, we've picked up another one of these generated into nowhere players who might be good. We picked up a couple actually, but one of them actually looks promising. You actually might have seen his name in an episode recently on international duty, Corradio. I'll let you know if he gets any decent. Match of the season was the moment to forget was the first game of the year, or second, very early on. Yeah, we lost to Tottenham there. We lost the Community Shield. Lost in the final, of course, to Chelsea in the FA Cup just now. Man United took the Super Cup from us, but we did win the Carabao Cup against them and the Premier League against them. Got the one that really mattered, didn't we, Man United? Actually, have they just won they haven't played the Champions League final. I'll let you know if they win that next time. Pretty much everyone from the side of 2020 has retired. Oh no. Loic Boom's gone to Dagenham. So hang on, there was a period of nearly 2 years where both Boom and Ted Smith were in the same side. Again. Well, he's become staff. Might need to get a little bit better than that, Ted, though. I'm all about sentimentality, but 1-3-1? No. Continue qualifying for the Europa League. Can I negotiate that higher? Is that a thing we can do? I'm not going to do it, but going to win it again. No, we'll say Euro Cup because I know they'll accept that. Because that's the expectations for next year always seem to tally with the actual overall club vision. Just a top tip there for anyone who didn't realise that. It's always the best one to go for. I'm not sure there's really any other bits of news to deal with there. I've got England, Ivory Coast details to deal with soon. Friendlies. Can we play Ivory Coast and Argentina, maybe? Oh yeah, we'll have a look at this. Former York players participating in the World Cup of Ben Godfrey, of course, not in my lifetime. That was a thing before. I completely forgot about Ben Godfrey thing. I might try to get him back in at some point then. Hidalgo, Velasquez, Anami and Koita are all going to be there. Of course, Koita's in our group. Mali in our group. I'm trying to remember our other opponent. I think it's Panama. Medina's Panama. Over the period in question, the club made a profit of 386 million, having been required to make a loss of no more than 4 million to comply with the regulations. I think we'll be okay. Here with a tax bill. Fair enough. 2 new deals worth 5 million a year. It's not a massive increase. New scouting budget, the same as it was. Everything's being upgraded. We're now a Category 1 youth club, finally. And here's our players in the World Cup. Shaonan for China, Medina for Panama in our group. Obviously Saxon and Grimes and Courage. All of my England setup. Pulisic in the Americas, Azarta's in Italy's. Madeira and Dutra in Portugal's. Dutra's the backup goalkeeper there. Ray Pickering, still here. I think he leaves at the end of the year. Yeah, he does. Ramirez is Argentina, and Silva and Seri make it to the Brazil team. Rick didn't. He missed out. That's all next time. That's all next time. Probably Monday, you'll see the first part of that World Cup. And I think that's the end of it. I do hope this victory for Frank Lampard has kept him his job. I did see a bit of news there saying fans praise him. Oh, so yes, that does actually settle everything out here. Arsenal end up with Europa Conference Division, I think it's called, isn't it? Conference League, that's the official name for it. But we're top. Man United, Tottenham and Liverpool with us in the Champions League. Southampton and Chelsea will compete in the Europa League, and Arsenal in that third tier thing. Sam Budek actually matched Nketiah on the final day. Nketiah has been banging them in for Newcastle at 30 years old. Also, shout out to Alisson's 17 clean sheets for a 37-year-old. Ridiculous keeper. Absolute ridiculous. He's still got another year on his contract. Incredible. Absolutely incredible work from him. But of course, about this year's heroes and zeros, Teko Azarta, top of that list. Actually, Teko, higher average rating in the limited appearances he's actually made. I guess we're about 50-50 on whether or not the defensive formation is actually a good thing. Worked against Brighton, did not against Chelsea. Foreman's limited appearances were 7.44. Max Sonson, his few appearances quite high up as well. Seri, Silva, along with Azarta, probably the three most regular, big, high-rating players, actually. Rick, 26 appearances. 7.26, largely in cup competitions, but obviously did step in when Azarta was unavailable or Courage was unavailable for whatever reason. Medina, not in a lot, largely cups. Grimes, mid 43, 7.2 from him, despite his terrible end of season form. Castillo does actually just edge Saxton on that left-hand side overall. Fairly even appearance-wise between the pair of them. Vidalson actually started 29 games and came on in 20 or more. A rotation option, hopefully happy with that amount of game time. Shaonan started 44 games, of course it was out for a little bit. And we had to play Courage out there. Cantora above a 7 overall for the year in the end with 35 injured at the very end, of course. Pulisic 6.99 towards the end of the season. Vidal under a 7 by the end of the year. Madeira under a 7. Nyambe bafflingly worse than Shaw over the season despite getting him team of the season somehow. Ponce 6.9. Ramirez, what is this? What is the problem here? What is the problem with left wing? Someone tell me that answer, please. Someone tell me the problem with the left wing here because none of them have performed above a 7 this year. On average. And then the goalkeepers towards the bottom, of course. Only one player below goalkeepers and there was one sub-appearance, so we can hardly blame him for that. It's a good sign that all your actual players are performing better than your goalkeepers. Barwick on loan, though, by the way, has done sensationally. His average rating is weirdly less than a 7, but 10 goals in 40 appearances, 3 assists, 2 player of the matches for Barnsley. Who, actually, where did they finish? Oh no! Extra time loss to Aston Villa in the play. Hang on, Aston Villa weren't automatically promoted in the end. What happened there? Like, those top two were clear in. Huddersfield make a late charge. They nearly won the damn thing. West Ham nearly bottled it all together. I mean, fair enough. The top 3 went up in the end. But Huddersfield were in the playoff section last time I looked. So then to climb 5 points clear of Aston Villa by the end. Remarkable. I think that's right. Anyway, Gonzalez has done fantastically well as well. In Colne, 20 goals by the looks of things. In total, 20 goals in 38 appearances. Steps right into the void that Koita's left. So we're not really going to be needing anything striking-wise. Maybe a potential third option. Of course, Brewster's back if he does want to go on loan again. So really, I don't really know what to do next year. It's a case of just potential increases. Maybe, again, trying to find a reliable left-sided player. Cantora seems to have kicked on this year and done quite well. Maybe that was the thing. Maybe we should have given Ponce more of a chance this year, like we did with Cantoro. But I guess we'll find out, won't we? It's going to be a case of minor upgrades, maybe another midfielder. It depends on who goes, I think, is going to be the issue. Depends on who goes. Oh, just a quick note. 25 goals for... Actually, Barrow scored 14 in total. 25 goals for striker Alois Silva. 14 goals for central defender Emery Azata. 10 goals for attacking midfielder Victor Vidal. 9 goals for... Oh, yeah, he was on penalties, wasn't he? 9 for Seri. Ramirez, 8. Not a bad goal haul. It's weird. His performances are really low, but he has 8 goals and 8 assists. It's not a bad return rate from Ramirez, actually, when you look at it like that. Cantoro did 7 and 7 on the other side with a better average rating. And Vidalson 8 and 6 with a better average rating too. It's, yeah, a bit odd that, actually. Madeira's average rating is high as well, despite a worse return rate. Maybe Ramirez isn't actually quite as bad as we think he is. He's actually very good stat-wise. He is, oh God. I mean, I flicked on it on the final day game before deciding to put him actually in the match. I genuinely forgot he was that good. He's quite one-footed. He's very right-footed. He might look to actually develop that left foot a little bit. He's still young enough for that to be a thing. Teamwork's a little bit low as well, which might be something to do with his rating, actually. But I forgot he was that good. He does have 18 crossing. Maybe we should be playing him as an inverted winger rather than a forward. I've overlooked that all year, just forcing him in as an inside forward. Gee, I mean, work rate's low as well. Maybe we should be training him on some of this stuff. I don't know if we have been. Probably have, actually. I forgot how good he was. Yeah, no idea. No idea transfer-wise. But I'll see you again for the World Cup very, very soon. I will be dressing up for that one. And until then, and until I see you in a new location. Ta-ra. Real life location, not in-game. I'm staying with York.